Hi there, Plasticjunky back at Toy Wars. My friend Steve, like I said, he has a one-man band, Somber. He mostly plays or acoustic. Sorry, can't concentrate. Guitar, not electric guitar, the other guitar. And I have JoeNerd here with me at the store because he's good with G.I.Joe. So we're doing 3 of his G.I.Joes that Steve from Toy Wars sells. His name and the phone number and email will be right under here where my finger is. Right here. Or right there. I know you can get that. So take it away, JoeNerd. 3 G.I. Joes vintage. Carded.
Alright. Hi everybody. JoeNerd here again. So I really gotta speed this up. Really gotta get
Don't
this up
speed it
fast.
up. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
You're good.
So what we have here are 3 of Steve's carded Joes that he sells here at the store.
Yes, tell him that he has a lot.
Oh, he's got a good amount of them for sale here. So
yeah, we're gonna show you after we're close to finishing the segment. We'll show you what he has in G.I. Joes.
Sounds good. So, all right, where was my train of thought here? So I let the Plasticjunky decide 3 of them for me to review. This way it just well, I kind of let you decide. This way it's a good test for my memory. Okay, let's see. We have first of all. We have the anti-armor specialist for Cobra, Scrap Iron. Of course, everybody remembers this guy. He's a really popular character, really old character. You know, one interesting thing about Scrap Iron is they never really made that many different versions of him in the vintage line. In fact, would you believe it or not, this is the only version they've ever made of him within the vintage line. That's from 1982 to 1994. It's kind of hard to believe, but he's one of those characters that kind of fell into obscurity. Like, I'm not sure if Hasbro had planned to make another version of him. I kind of have suspicions. Now, I've never read anything about this. I have suspicions that maybe from 1990, that when they created the character Metalhead from the Iron Grenadiers, I kind of suspect that maybe Metalhead was originally supposed to be a Scrap Iron version too. This was never confirmed. I've never read it anywhere. It's just a feeling I get, just a hunch I have. Anyway, onto this figure. He has a really nice accessory complement. He has the entire bubble here, aside from his pistol. He has a really cool auto pistol, by the way. You can't see it here because it's buried under the big missile launcher under here in the bubble. But all of this all assembles into one big weapon, into a big missile launcher that sort of sits on the ground. In the card art, you can see it painted here. It looks pretty much like that. It's really, really nice. About all I have to say about this. Another interesting thing about Steve's carded sample here. You look on the back, there's a really good sign of how old this baby is. If you look at the co-cells, look at that, man. You've got, look at this. I never realized how old this is. It doesn't even refer to these characters by their code names. See, like Breaker, you've got it, they label him as communications officer. They hadn't even gotten to the point where they were naming them by their code names yet. Because early on, the code names were kind of secondary a little bit. The code names weren't, you know, they concentrated more on their specialties. This is kind of harkening back to the days when the Joe line was still in its phase where it was more considered by Hasbro to be like a vehicle line, and the figures were kind of like just something to complement, the vehicles. So, again, there's that. And another proof of how old this thing is if you look at the back, you look at the file card, and it's got the peach file card. That's what we refer to it as. That just means that the color of it is more of a peach shade, more like a tan or peach shade, as opposed to the normal gray of the file cards. So, well, hey, another interesting thing I'm noticing on the back is with the co-cells, you actually have the Master of the Skies, Zartan, pictured here. That's pretty rare because it shows that when this card back was produced, they hadn't yet, it looks like they hadn't quite yet, it was at that point where they hadn't really decided if he was going to be a single carded figure or if he was going to be included with the chameleon swamp skier, I believe it was.
Yep.
The little little box there. Okay, I think that's enough for my time-wise for scrap iron.
Cool.
So then we get to the missile specialist, Bazooka.
Yay!
Yeah. Katzenbogen, David Ale, codename Bazooka. So you've got the Bazooka figure. You know what? I'll let you all in on a little secret here. Bazooka's never been one of my favorite characters myself, personally. Yeah, sorry, Godfather. I'm adding a little bit of controversy to this review. So
That's okay, it's all raw.
Yeah,
Raw, freedom of expression, right?
So yeah, freedom, yeah, exactly. But
Raw.
that's just my opinion, you know.
It's raw.
It's raw, it's a raw Plasticjunky review, even though we're at Toy Wars. So, doesn't come with very many accessories either. You know, come to think of it, maybe that's one of the reasons why he was never one of my favorites as a kid. Because again, I'll show you. With the next figure review out of here, I'll show you that what I just said, it's kind of BS. Because I guess I was caught in that's not entirely true. But I don't know, maybe something about his look, he has the jersey, never really did much for me.
The mustache, right?
No, I'm fine with characters with mustaches too. But anyway, I'll give you a look at the card back. Yeah, very old looking card back. You got a lot of old co-cells in there. Anyway, so what else can I say about Bazooka? Well,
He's ladies' man.
No, he was never depicted as a ladies' man, but
bad.
anyway.
Oh, that was shipwreck.
Yeah, that would be more shipwreck. Exactly. Okay, now let's get to my favorite of the bunch here. We're looking at the fourth Dreadnought, Monkey Wrench.
Yay, Dreadnoughts!
You know, for me, I don't know why, but I've always had a real liking for Monkey Wrench. I don't know why. In fact,
he doesn't talk stupid. He's
not
not the one that talks stupid.
No, he's got the accent in the Sunbow
he's
cartoon
not dumb.
too.
The other ones are like dumb. They have no brains.
Well, he wasn't exactly a rocket scientist either in the cartoon.
Then why is
shades.
But
The shades.
well, they all wore shades though, really.
I
But
always
yeah,
like
but-
his shades more than the others.
yeah, he has more of a typical mirrored sunglasses normal look, where the other Dreadnoughts had the more funky shades. Anyway, so what do I like about Monkey Wrench? Well, remember what I said earlier about Bazooka and me not really liking him? One of my theories was maybe because he's low on accessories. Well, come on, look at this guy.
one accessory?
What has he got?
One gun. That's it.
One accessory.
And it looks like he's going fishing.
Come on, no.
Looks like a fishing gun.
No. It's a harpoon gun.
Like I said, fishing gun.
So, anyway, forget what the Plasticjunky just said there. It's a harpoon gun.
Harpoon whales.
No. Okay, and I don't know, I just really like his look. One interesting thing about him, a lot of people that I talk to about Joes and the Dreadnoughts and everything like that, they're not really aware of his specialty. He was the Dreadnought explosives expert, really. But which is a little too bad that Hasbro didn't see fit to include him with like any of those accessories that would, like anything. Like, maybe it's because they, explosives, I don't know. I don't really know why they didn't do that. Because, as you could see on the file card, then again, now that I'm thinking about it, the idea of him being an explosives guy, that was really created by Larry Hama. And
Woo, Larry Hama!
yeah, and now that
He's a god!
yeah, right, you didn't even know who he was a long time ago.
And now I know he is. He's a god.
Okay.
He's the godfather of G.I. Joe.
Exactly, okay.
All hail!
All right, now you're overdoing it.
No,
So, now that I think about it, this figure was, it was produced by Hasbro, and then they sent it off. They sent, I guess, pictures or whatever for Larry Hama to review. He got to look at them, and then he decided the code name and the specialty and the personality, what have you. So, I guess that explains why the figure never had any explosives equipment. But anyway, another thing about him I really like. Turn him over so you can appreciate his card art. His card art, I think, is like one of my favorites in the vintage line. He just looks really intimidating, like he's really gonna lunge out at you and, really,
I love the art.
yeah, exactly. It looks like he's really gonna lay a hurting on you.
I give him a 5.
5 out of 5?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love it because why I like about the art is because it's this thing I like. Here it's different. They're like more of an explosion. Here it looks like more something out of an old video game.
Mama, I am really glad that the Plasticjunky pointed that out. I was gonna forget that. Yes, I love that too. Is the digital explosion.
Yeah, I like it better.
Me too. As opposed to the old school painted explosion, this has the more digital explosion.
If you look, Godfather, come a little bit closer, please. If you look at these two figures and you look at the art, this art here, whoever did the art for this, it's more, you see more his muscles and everything. Here, when they got to the explosion one, I find the art is more less. It looks like the art is like, they didn't give a shit and they just did anything to it.
No.
Here the art I find it's much more vivid. It stands out more because of the background, and here it stands out less. And that's my opinion.
I agree with you. I think it's because with the painted explosion, it kind of gets lost. It kind of blends in with the whole painting, and here it makes it pop more and stand out. Anyway, so that's about it. I guess that's a wrap. So that's a wrap for this video, but thanks all for watching, and I should be coming at you again with another review on vintage vehicles.
Oh yeah, at Toy Wars, at Steve's store. So thank you, JoeNerd. I really appreciate that. I gotta admit, JoeNerd knows his stuff on G.I. Joe, and I really appreciated that he's on our segment, and I can't wait till we're gonna have another guest soon. It's Orko the Great. To me, he's the second biggest He-Man collector in the world. So, Plasticjunky out.
JoeNerd out.
Thank you for watching, and subscribe. Please subscribe. I want 100 and more this year. Yay!
And stay plastic.
And stay plastic.